Welcome to another episode of Talkin' Tone. I'll be your host, Dave Pops. Clements with me today is a longtime friend of mine. As a matter of fact, we did our first tour together probably 25 years ago or so. I don't know because my math is not that good anymore. I'm getting old and, a lot of things have happened since then. Anyways, he's a guitar tech extraordinaire. He's been with such acts as Ozzy Osbourne with Zakk Wylde, of course, and also on Zakk's solo tours. He's been with Neil Young, Stone Temple Pilots, on and on and on. Currently on tour with Luis Miguel, which I find is a bit crazy after all these other real rock bands. Anyways.
Mariachis are badass.
My good friend, Keith Lanoux, correct? Lanoux.
That's it.
I should know that after all these years.
You should.
Commonly known as Moby.
You prick you.
How you doing, my brother? You good?
I'm 82203 with 6550 tubes.
And that would be?
That's Zakk's setup. Best rock tone I've ever heard.
And he's a straight up guy, right? He doesn't have big pedal boards or nothing.
Nah, he's got like 5 pedals. That's it.
What's he got on? He's got a wah, good
He's
wah.
got his Rotovibe, wah pedal, overdrive, delay and course. I think he's got, and I used to have like a phaser back there, like the Eddie Van Halen thing for when he'd do his unaccompanied solo. That would go on for like, I don't know, a minute and a half or something. And click, click.
Right.
But you were talking about players playing like close to a really loud rig. He's like the king of that.
Right up
he
in
had
the pocket.
4 cabinets right behind him in front of the drum riser, just pegged.
How many cabinets did you have up there?
For him, Black Label 4, Ozzy 6.
It wasn't that many.
Yeah. But his wedges, we'd have 3 wedges or 4, depending on the rig we were using, and it'd be just as loud as his cabinets, just to make his little area,
the pocket,
the pocket, right? And then you bring it in the side fills a little bit, just to make that pocket complete. And he's in there in the
wall of guitar,
in the cocoon of love.
That's it, and it is love.
Yeah,
I still argue with people. Oh, Pops, and I go, I don't care what you fucking say.
Yeah.
That was amazing. When I did Dio on a lot of those tours, towards the end, I was 8 cabinets. So I had one stack, the inside 100-watt stack, faced at Ronnie,
right,
dialed for Ronnie. Ronnie got a stack. Now, mind you, people that would come over the years when we still had monitors, there was a certain number of guys that could get monitors over these levels. I mean, we're talking about,
like Gunk.
Brian Hendry and Davey Kirkwood, all those guys,
Oh.
So Zakk, okay, so 6550s, he preferred those in the 800s.
Yeah, dude, the bottom end punch when you put those in is just ridiculous.
Were they stock 800s, or did they have to do the conversions?
Nope.
They came. I don't think they came stock. I thought they were EL34s.
No, they came. We got them stock, and then we'd take them to.
And then do the mod for the 6550s.
We'd take them down to Bob at Amp Hole, and he'd
do the mod.
The
transformer mod. Yeah, I used to do all those many years ago. Skinner, and he used to put 6550s and some of their stuff. Now Gary's old PVs had 6L6s, but it's a much bigger, thick, fat thing, and he's got. So was he detuning? Was he like a full step down on certain guitars, or
Washington?
No. On
Zakk?
Yeah. Or was he just
Black Label tuning, like general tuning, is a half step down.
Okay.
And then there was 2 songs. I can't remember exactly, but there's one guitar that was a drop from that, like down to a C sharp.
Right.
And then there was one song that was down to an A.
Right, like a baritone tuning.
Yeah, almost. What the hell?
A lot of bands went through that change in the mid-'90s, and I was working for Lon Cohen, and I call for these sessions, and I wouldn't do them, because they're turning C-sharp tunings on regular guitars. They're not made to be that way,
But Paul's good, because, his string gauge is 11 to 60.
See?
So I was like, you want to tune it down to C sharp? Fine, no problem.
Yeah, no worries. It don't move.
Yeah.
And
the vibrato he still gets out of those things with those big ass strings, even when it's tuned back up to a D sharp.
What cabinets? Marshall cabinets?
Marshall cabinets.
What years? Like old basket weaves?
New ones, old ones. But he had his own signature. He had signature cabinets, signature heads, all that stuff.
Celestians?
No.
Really?
EV 200 watt.
Oh, so he was actually using the amp to distort, not the speaker. Huh. See, I like it the other way around. I could go with 15s or 20s. I'm a 25 watt guy, really. Greenbacks are my favorite.
Yeah, he used the 200 watt EVs, and then
wow.
and Zakk Wylde distortion pedal, pegged.
Right.
But the thing is, like we were getting back earlier, we were talking about the guy who kind of wasn't used to playing in front of a really, really loud amp and in close proximity.
Mm-hmm.
But Zakk amps right there.
Didn't bother him. Just wide open, just went.
Never lost it. Never once. Dude, in almost a decade I worked for that guy, I never heard him miss a note.
Really?
Never once.
Really?
Insane. I was like, one day, about a year in, it never hit me until about a year in. I started thinking about it. I'm like,
never plays a wrong note.
I've never heard him hit a wrong note yet.
Some guys are just got it.
And maybe I'm not just paying attention all the time. I don't know. I gotta grab this guitar next and tune this. But it was, dude. I can't recall any time. Maybe on the piano a couple times I heard it, but on the guitar, I've seen him fall over. Like he tripped and fell on the stage and still didn't miss a note. He's laying on the ground playing.
That's crazy.
And I go over and pick him up.
That's crazy, man. Some guys, it's just insane.
Yeah.
Some cats are really good.
One time we were rehearsing Black Label at 3E, and Matchbox 20 was rehearsing next door, and I had done a tour with Rob on his solo tour like a year before. So he walked in to say hello, and we had the full everything.
Everything wide, stage level going on.
Yeah, everything in there, just like show stage, all ready to go.
Right.
And he walked in, he went, "Holy smoke! I go, you want to give it a rip?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" So we had side fills, wedges, everything on stun. He hit the first chord. He was like, "Holy God!"
That's great, man.
I'm like, "Yeah, great. Man, it ain't for beginners."
That's it. All right, my brother. It's a pleasure. I really thank you so much for.
Let's do it again. We only got through 10% of the story.
We didn't even get through 10, probably. Yeah. We're probably at 2.5. Right.
But it's not talking tone. When I come in, it's talking shit. So I'll come in and we'll talk some more shit.
All right. Thanks again, my brother, and we'll do it.